What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'm going to let a few hundred of y'all come in and then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give a few shout outs to the early birds. What's up, Deja Vu? Terrence Tech, what it do? Spell my name. You can say what you want, just spell my name right. Maureen Stein, what it do? Miss Jones, Mrs. Jones, Merlin in the building. Who was that? Desmond Thompson. What's up, Des? Stacy Stewart, Shan Finney. What's that? Tucson Bonham. What up? What's up, Ralph Barkley? Hey, fam, I'm going in. Going in. Oh, man, this is a heavy one right here. This is a heavy one right here. We have a judge who has jailed a mother for denying the father parenting time. I ain't got no problem with that, fam, especially when it comes to good fathers. I have absolutely no problem with that. Now, here's the thing, fam. I know some of y'all may have allowed the wind to blow you in, so you don't really understand how things go around here. There will be absolutely zero tolerance for bashing black women on this channel. Zero tolerance. There will be zero tolerance for bashing black men on this channel. Zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. I'm only talking about this story so that I can try to come to some type of understanding, so that we can try to come to some type of understanding and know how to recognize, first and foremost, how to be civil toward one another and recognize how to pick a mate in the first place. Some of us have we have no idea whatsoever how to pick a mate. All we know is we want this, we want that, we horny, we got busy, we got a baby, now we don't know what the hell to do. We don't even like each other, but we brought a human being into this world. Fam, I'm finna tell you something that might save your relationship, your current relationship, or any future relationship that you might have. I'm gonna tell you some good stuff right now. This is something you ain't gonna be able to get on CNN. You're not getting this on ABC, CBS, NBC. You're not gonna get it on Fox News. First of all, let's get into this case. There's not a lot of context to it. What we do know is the judge jailed the woman because she refused to allow her child's father access to his children or to his child per a court order. He told her that, hey, I will not release you until the child is returned to the father. I'm not going to release you until you turn the child over to the father. Now, one of the biggest things that I see a lot of, one of the common comments that is made in this story is, well, if the child is being abused, if the child is in danger, then the judge is being stupid and da 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 da. Why is it that it's automatically assumed that if a mother denies a father parental rights, that somehow the father is a danger to the child? Why is that automatically assumed? See, that's part of this social construct that we have, where this society teaches women to not trust men. And vice versa. We're also taught not to trust women. But we have a fundamental need for one another. We have a divine need for one another. But we constantly partake in these vices and these discussions and platforms that are designed to intentionally divide us, intentionally trigger us, intentionally tap into our trauma. Because everybody thinks that their pain is worse than the next person's pain. So this is why a lot of us, we can't get out of our own way. Let me tell you something about me, fam. I do not hold other women responsible. I've never held a woman responsible that I was currently in a relationship with for the past transgressions of an ex. We're gonna start this slate off clean. You're starting with a clean slate. Now, if you decide to plant seeds of doubt and do things that cause me some trepidation in the relationship and cause me to not trust, then that's all on you. That's all you're doing. Ain't got nothing to do with the past, any past relationship. And when I go into relationships, I hope for that same grace, right? Many of us, we can't get out of our own way. I'm not picking on the ladies, but we know that there is a disproportionate support mechanism in place for women when it comes to child support and child custody. Automatically, women are given custody. And we've seen way too many mothers who are unfit for that to continue to be the case. We've seen way too many unfit mothers. It's a lot of them out there. You don't believe me? You've been living under a rock? Hop on social media for a good, 5 minutes. You'll see them. Oh yeah, you will see a whole bunch of them. Teaching these kids all types of language, showing 3-year-olds, these little kids, some of these little kids in Pampers, twerking, smoking, cussing. But the man, the father, is automatically disqualified just because of his anatomy? I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. Salute to the good mothers out there. Lord knows we need you. I respect you. I love you. Lord knows we need you. But the rest of y'all, man, y'all going to hell in a handbasket. You got women out here who are purposely deviant. They are purposely evil. They're not happy with the father. They're not cool with they won't let the father breathe unless they got another man. And that man and they're happy with that man in that current situation. The moment they not cool with this dude, they back to messing with this man, poking at him, trying to see what they can get out of him, using his children as pawns. Thank God I never had to go through anything like that. And I'm going to tell you, family, some of y'all ain't going to like this, but the reason I never went through anything like that, because I picked a woman intentionally. I picked a woman who had integrity. I picked a woman who had a brain, who wasn't just trying to get some paper, who wasn't just trying to be in the club, who didn't spend hours and hours at a time in front of the damn mirror putting on makeup. I picked a woman who had more than just her body to offer. I picked a woman who was capable of being embarrassed. I picked a woman who had a problem with bringing shame on her name and her family name. I purposely picked a woman who did not like to fight. I purposely picked a woman who was not aggressive. Who didn't have man-like qualities. I picked a woman who purposely did not like to argue. See, when you pick a woman who liked to fight, she liked to argue, she liked drama, you're going to get everything you're looking for. Get blinded by that big button and that big button smile if you want to. Get blinded by that big booty if you want to. And your ass is grass. You're going to get everything you're looking for. She's going to give you everything you are looking for. I'll bet you $1 to a donut, old buddy saw the signs in his woman before he had that baby with her. I bet he saw signs of selfishness before they had the child. I bet he saw signs of vindictiveness before that baby was born. But he ignored it because of whatever else she was providing, whatever else he was getting out of her. He ignored those signs. And they came back to haunt him. I'll tell you something else. And this goes both ways, but we're talking about women right now. You can tell a lot about a woman by how she talks about her exes. You can tell a lot about a woman by the type of exes that she's been in relationships with. If her past relationships have been drama-filled, is she the type that like to cut up in public? Confront you in the club? Show off in front of her people? Bro, you're walking into a trap purposely. I have little sympathy for dudes who know what they're getting into. They purposely make that bed hard and then they lie in it. And then they go, oh, it's uncomfortable. Now I don't want to lie in it anymore. No, man, you made your bed. You got to lie in it. If 2 lay down and 3 get up, you got to pay. If 2 lay down and 3 get up, you got to pay. Man, I only make this amount of money. And they come for, man, you knew she was going to come for it. You done heard all the stories. You done heard every story before. Ain't nobody alive too old to not have heard the stories about child support and how one-sided it is. Ain't nobody listening to me right now is too old to have heard about how they will lock you up, how they will lock a man up for not paying child support. Nobody's too old who's listening to me right now who have not heard people talk about how a bitter baby mother would keep children from their fathers. You're not too old to have heard men complain about what type of chick this chick is. And these, so you already know what you should be doing, but you don't do it, you didn't do it, because you got caught up with her booty, with her breasts, with what she do with that mouth. I like all of that, but I don't like it more than my peace. I will forego all of that for access to my babies. I knew before I ever had a child with my kid's mother that she wasn't built like that to keep my children from me. You can have conversations with a woman and you know what type of woman she is before you even get there. You already know she was going to do this to you. You already knew. Yeah, some things she did along the way after y'all broke up, because you know, hell knows no fury like a woman scorned. So yeah, there's some things that she did and you didn't see coming. But you knew a whole lot of it. You knew. You went there anyway. You did it anyway. And let's just say you didn't do it. You didn't know because you decided to have a one-night stand. You didn't know her from a hole in the ground. You found out later. Suck it up, buttercup. That's your fault. I'm not saying what she did to you is right or what she's doing to you is right. I'm saying you got to pay for that. You got to be held accountable for that. You got to deal with that. Just like if you was to take a gun and go stick it in somebody's face and rob somebody, and they give you a 20-year sentence. You did that to yourself. You got to deal with that, man. No crime. No crime. Take it like a man. Take it like a man. No crime. Having said all of that, these women who keep their children from their fathers on purpose, from good fathers on purpose, you uncivilized mutts need to be brought to heel. You need to be put down because you are robbing those children of not just the opportunity to be around their fathers and create memories, lifelong memories with their fathers, but you are robbing them of their identity. You're robbing them of the life skills that their father could impart upon them. There's things that their father knows that could help them in their life, help them in their development as a child that you ain't got. And you can't be jealous about that. You can't be jealous about how interested your child is about hanging out with their daddy than they are with you. Look, My kids growing up, they like hanging out with their mama more than me. I ain't gonna lie, mama was just more fun. Okay, if I had a mama like that, I would want to hang around mama too. So I ain't mad. I'm not mad. A little disappointed sometimes, absolutely. But I understood why they wanted to be around their mama so much. And mama let them get away with murder within reason. Within reason. They could challenge their mothers more. They could get her to do things that they couldn't get me to do. When it was time to go eat to a restaurant or whatever, I would say, y'all hungry? Okay, where y'all want to eat? We going to one place. I'm not finna be going to 3 different restaurants. We going to one place. Now, where do y'all want to eat? Y'all work it out. You get to pick this day, and then you get to pick the next day. That's how we going to do it. But we're not going to all these different places. Their mother, okay, sweetheart. Okay, mommy's going to take you over here, and then I'm going to take you over here. That ain't me. I ain't got that kind of time, and I ain't got that kind of patience. But I cannot be mad that they want to spend time with their mother. They're in Scotland right now with their mother for the holidays. Do I feel some type of way? Yeah, a little bit. But I'm happy that they're happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. I'm going to find something to do, right? Because I believe in, my kids are grown now, so I believe in letting people do what they want to do, If that's what they want to do, then, I support that. I'm good with that. It's called, balance and getting out your feelings, I'm cool with that. These women, you got these women out here who use these babies as pawns, and they've had a tumultuous relationship with their fathers. And instead of them wanting better for their own children, the children they say they love, they claim to love, they do the same thing to their children as their mothers did to them. They talk down on those fathers. They deny access. They hate on those fathers, just like their mother did to their father. These are the ultimate selfish type of people. I'm talking about super selfish, not even understand. You should want the best for your child. You should want to give your child the greatest advantage they can to navigate in this wild, crazy, beautiful world. You should want them to be overloaded with the tools and resources that they need to make it in this world. How many times have we heard that a household with 2 parents has the best success rate for children, and a household with the father in it, even if the father, just the father, a single father, single parenting father, is about on par with a mother and a father. That right there speaks volume on how important it is for a child to have a relationship with their father. Good God, I'm glad I didn't get cursed with one of y'all asses. Man, I'm glad I would have my thinking cap on. Fellas out there that's going through it, man, I feel for y'all. I know some great dudes. Listen, fam, I ain't just talking about good dudes. Yeah, he paid child support. I'm talking about great dudes who's had to deal with these bitter baby mamas. I'm talking about dudes who pay pay their child support on time, want their children to come live with them. I got friends who have had their children to come live with them. And the kids are in school. The kids are doing great. He's with them. He's coaching. He's counseling. He's doing the role. He's stepping up to the plate. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a father. The kids got what they need. They got everything they need and most of what they want and some of what they want. The mother come in the picture. Now keep in mind, he paying child support and the kids ain't even with her. They with him, but he's still paying child support because he want his kids. He love his kids and he want peace. She going back in trying to get some more money out of him. She'll go back in and try to get some more money from the courts. I got friends who kids were doing great. They were in school. Everything's great. They love their friends. They love the community they live in and everything. Mama go in and snatch them out of the school because she got that custody. She'll go snatch them out the school, uproot them, put them in another school where their grades start to decline. And they're not doing as well with their behavior. But she don't care because it's all about her and how she feels. She wants to punish the father. So she punishes her children in the process. She continues to claim that she loves her children, but she punishes them. She realizes that she's punishing her children, but she don't care. But she cares more because she cares more about how she feels and what she wants. Just like he chose her, she chose him. And she got to know, she had to know that there was a chance, even in a great relationship. All good things must come to an end. Sometimes people are good people. Both parties are good people, but they're just not good together. So when you break up, if you really love the children like you say you do, if it's really about the babies like you say it is, like you claim, then you would do what is best for the children. You would remove your emotions. Take yourself, fuck your feelings. You do what's best for them babies. And at the very least, you act civilized. You ain't got to love her again. You ain't got to never love her again in life. You ain't got to never love him again in life. But at the very least, you behave civilized around those babies because you're teaching them how to respond in crisis situations. You're teaching them how to respond when they're going through a rough patch. You're teaching them how to come out on the right end, the good side of drama. You're teaching them how to come out on the good side of a bad situation. It ain't about you. Y'all had y'all shot together. It didn't work out. Now, let's do what's best for these babies. Let's do what's best for the kids because we got to think long term. Let's think long term. Let's think long term how we want this to work out. Because see, whatever you want out of life, your actions have to be consistent with the outcome that you want. Now, if you want the outcome of your breakup with the father or mother of your children to continue to be tumultuous. You want it to be bad. You want the relationship to be bad. Then you stay on that course of doing all of the dumb shit and acting like an uncivilized mutt. And you continue to act like that. And then you're going to raise your children to act like that, because kids don't practice what you say, they practice what you do. So if they see you having a breakup and the way you deal with a breakup is that you go to the nearest printing store and you print up a whole bunch of posters of the father that say, if you want your cat ate, come to this pussy, boo, 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 and put his phone number on there, and then have your kids out there with your stupid ass posting up pictures on walls of buildings and on trees and anywhere, passing out flyers like you promoting some type of community event, acting like a damn uncivilized mutt. Whatever you want the outcome to be, your actions have to be consistent with that. If you want to raise children to be decent, law-abiding, considerate, gracious, respectable human beings, well, that's how you got to be. You got to lead by example. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get, in almost every case, you're not going to get a loving, law-abiding, respectful, hardworking child if you ain't none of that. That ain't what your child gonna grow up to be. If that ain't what your child grow up to see, that ain't what your child gonna grow up to be. In most cases, it's gonna take a miracle for them to break through because of you and your damn shenanigans, your selfish shenanigans. Some people don't even deserve to have children in the first place. So, let me go, I'll take that a step further. Some people don't deserve to be in relationships. They ain't got past their trauma. They're mentally unstable and they're in relationships. You got to get right first. Get right first and then we can talk. Get right first, then we can talk. Too many unstable people in relationships. That's why you got all this toxicity in these relationships. Too many people unstable. Too many people. Go get right and then come back. Go get right and come back. Going into the comments. What's up, Ruth Robinson? Judge Dredge, what it do? What's up, Kenneth? Jay He. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Say, fam, if a man is doing what he's supposed to do per the court order, per the divorce decree, then a woman should be happy to give him access to his children. She should be happy. Even if he fall off a little. If you know what type of dude he is, you know what kind of dude you linked up with, you procreated with. If you know, okay, he fell off, but he gonna get back up on the horse. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna give him grace. Because These kids, the more time these kids spend with their daddy, the better off they're going to be. I don't like it, but hell, that's what it is. But since some of y'all can't seem to have any damn sense and you can't figure it out for yourself, the courts are going to figure it out for you. So they are starting to lock women up who are denying access to the fathers. They're denying these mothers the mothers who are denying access to the fathers are now starting to get locked up. And that's a good thing. That is a great thing. In any case where a child is being abused, the number one thing should be to protect the child. You got to protect the child physically and protect the child mentally. So that's number one. So if the mother or the father is doing something inappropriate, doing something that is not conducive to raising the child correctly, then absolutely, you deny him access. You go to the court, but you got to make sure you do it right. You can't just do it on your own these days. They'll lock you up. So you got to go to the court and you got to prove that this guy is unfit to have your children in custody of him. He's unfit. But you can't just be the judge, jury, and the executioner anymore. To some extent, not a large, but to some extent, those days are over. Shonda Vance, what it do? DeAndre Ferguson, what's up? All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all for joining the live. Y'all drop a comment and let me know what y'all think about this. I'm just going to ask the question flat out. Do y'all think it's a good thing for the judge to lock up the mom if she denied the father access to the child? Let's just assume that the father is on par with the divorce decree on the court order, and he's doing everything he's supposed to do, and he still gets denied access to the child. I mean, it's wrong, but should the court go as far as locking the mother up? Drop a comment if you say, hell yeah. Give me a thumbs up. Hell yeah. If you say, hell yeah, lock her up. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, they going too far. They ain't got to do all that. Drop a comment, fam. I'd love to hear your thoughts.